Welcome to EQS-electric, my channel for my 450 plus Mercedes EQS. Today we will look into the features of my EQS 450 plus. A lot came included with the car. Some extras cost an immense amount of money. Some extras I wanted, some extras I did not want, but I had to take them. And since decades in Germany, cars are manufactured individually. And you are able to select out of a immense extra list, and the limit is just the money you're willing or able to pay for all those extras available. Completely different are the Asian cars here in Europe. They deliver mostly full equipped cars with every extra they have. And on top of that, you're just able to add a few extras like sunroof or different tires, special colors, and that's all. And Tesla took it to the limit in the start. You were able to select 10, 20 different features. And today you just have a handful of decisions to make: color, outside, inside, autopilot, different versions, which is just software, wheels, and yeah, that's it. Even the batteries are all the same if you do not look at the Model 3 with the standard range and the long range. So the distance between the car manufacturers and the final market, that's the main factor for your extras you provide. If you look closer to all the features in the order lists and multiply the variations, then you add with 1 billion different cars, and no one car will equal another one because the variations are so immense. And that does not make sense. That's an awful lot of work you have to pay for in two ways. First, the price of your car explodes if you add up all those single extras. And on the other hand, you were able to buy a fully equipped Mercedes E-Class in the 1980s with, well, the least performance engine available, which was a 2-liter diesel engine without a turbocharger with 55 horsepower maximum. So these are the extremes you were able to figure out in those price lists or part lists. And in the last 2 decades, Mercedes changed their offerings to the customer and brought out some lines which you were able to select from. And with these lines came a lot of features bundled, and that gave you first the advantage not paying full price for all those extras. And on the other hand, Mercedes has the advantage not to provide all these different variations. So they had bigger lot numbers for the production. Yeah, I tried to buy an individual 450 plus, but I was told when I was ready and submitted the details that the delivery would take 12 months or even longer. In the moment, Mercedes just produces the 580 all-wheel drive and the AMG 53, which is the powerful top model from AMG, and that on an individual basis. And why? Because the cars have a higher profit margin. At Mercedes, sales went down in the fourth quarter of 2021 by 24.7%. That's really a lot due to those political lockdowns. But profits rose to an all-time high. And car manufacturers earn most of their money by these extras. And it's no longer the number of the cars you sell in the market. No, it's the pricing of the extras you're able to sell to the customer. And therefore, all the chip shortages manifest in just big cars being delivered, and the cheaper ones, which include the same chips, they are not sold any longer. Oh, you have to wait. Perhaps we will get some chips next year, the year after. So things are changing a lot. I did not want to wait that long for a new car, so I choose an already made one, which they had on stock. And the system in the internet where you select or you have to configure your car, gave out a list of pre-configured cars with a percentage how many of your features were in that car, and 94% of my wanted features had been in that prefabricated car. And I looked for the 2 or 3 most important ones for me, and well, it fit, and so I took that car. In a moment we will go through this part list or feature list line per line. Please note that this first is in German. I will translate it for you. And please note that the prices per item are in euros without VAT. And VAT, value-added tax, is ridiculous high in Germany at 19%. And VAT is then added at the end of the list of features. If you would like to convert this into dollars, in the moment there's $1.08 for a euro, and add an VAT of typically 8% in the US, then you have to multiply these figures by, or to add up 16% or multiply by 1.16. The total of the car had been 135,000 euros, including German VAT, which equals $123,000 without VAT. And this is quite the same amount of money I paid for my Tesla 100D in 2017. But inflation added up over the 5 years in the past approximately to 13%. That's quite interesting how fast the inflation is rising. Well, Tesla reduced its pricings by 35% for the Model S in the years I had the car. But in the moment, they're going up the prices again. But I now bought a cheaper car than my Tesla. The biggest top-line model of Mercedes is cheaper than a Tesla. Yeah. This is called technical inflation, and we have to have this technical inflation because the progress in economy and science will always lead to cheaper technical items. For example, flat TVs went down 50% during that time. And speaking of time, please think about subscribing to this channel and hit the bell. Every week you will find a new video about my EQS with mostly technical or economical content. Let's now look at my car in detail. The 450 Plus is the car with the biggest 108 kilowatt-hour battery, which is the usable capacity of that pack, but it comes only with a motor in the rear. Our company, Whiskey.com, have a look at the website please, is located in Central Europe, in Germany, between Munich and the Alps. The border to Austria is just half an hour drive away, and we therefore have snow in winter. And I hope that this rear-wheel drive 450 Plus is good enough on snow. But I did not want to have an all-wheel drive 580 or AMG 43 because their range is about 100 kilometers or 60 miles less than that of my 450 Plus. I wanted to have the EQS with the longest range available. So here is the list. And this is, as I said, a company car for Whiskey.com. And therefore, all prices are without VAT. In Germany, typically, you have to give out prices including VAT, but here they are without VAT. So if you're a consumer and not buying for a company, then you have to add those 90% on top. So the list price with the basic components in it costs 89,390 euros, and this is the price from the factory. There you have to add 910 euros for the delivery. This includes polishing and finalizing the car so that it's really shiny when you get it. The color is Nordic blue. It's included in the price, so there's no additional pricing for this metallic color. The Seats are in leather, real leather, black, and the rest is space gray, which is not the best color for the interior of the car. Yeah. Now we're coming to the list of the different features, and they all have a code, a 3-figure code with the letters and numbers in it. First is tire fit, which just means that they have a cartouche and a compressor delivered with the car where you can fill a flat tire. Then the next one is acoustic safety on the outside, which means the car hums a little bit and beeps a little bit if you're going backwards, so that the people around will notice that. Then is dynamic select, and that is different driving programs, economy, comfort, powerful, sports and individual, where you can program that. Then the next one is just a code for electric cars. Next one is a active lane change assistant, where you just hit the flasher and then the car moves to the other lane. Then you have the erweitertes automatisches Wiederanfahren im Stau. That's just an assistance if you're moving very slowly in traffic jams. Then you have a automatic speed adaptation if you're going through windy roads or you're closing to a turn or a side road by a navigation system, then it knows and will reduce the speed of your car for the turning. Then you have a wheel, a sport wheel in leather, napper leather. Next one is an acoustic comfort package, which means you have special cladded windows, and unfortunately this is not the double glass acoustic glass on the side windows, and that I would like to have, but it wasn't available in those cars, and this is one of the major lacks of this car. Then there is a display packet which contains, I don't know. Then we have a extended features in the back seats. Then we have digital light, and that's it. Unbelievable. Well, that digital light is able to, it's a matrix light and a projection inside. It projects arrows on the road if you have to change lanes. So you get this, the light is enlightening you for the right way. And then if you drive behind a car, it makes the car black, and the light shines just in front of the other car, which leads you. It's incredible. Then the Mbux Navigation Premium, that's a navigation system. Then Park with remote parking. I think this is the summon in the Tesla. You can move your car outside with the phone from a parking lot. Then there is the Premium Plus package, and this is all the assistance systems for 10,560 euros. That's really a lot. This is all I wanted to have, all these distances and lane following and recognition of traffic signs and the like. Then keyless go comfort. This is if you're coming close to the car will open. Then the car assistant package plus for 0, because it's included in the Premium Plus package. And a lot of the next features are within these Premium Package Plus. Then 2 design packages, AMG line interior for 1,500, and then AMG line exterior for 4,000. Then there is a mirror package for nothing, energizing air control plus. There you can put these sticky fluid in some glass thing and perfume your air. And there's an ionizer in that as well. Nothing for my mother's son. No, stinky. Then a night packet, which includes some lighting. Then Urban Guard, this is some security feature. And then the 21 Amg wheels. And these are the wheels where the car is always advertised with. And it's 21 inches. And this is, from my personal view, far too much. Smaller wheels bring better performance, better range, and better acceleration. So bigger wheels are always worse. Then summer tires for nothing. Sound optimized tires with foam in it. So I have the Goodyear on it, and they have a foam layer in for quieter run. Then you have for the buckle up status display for the back, and then side seat with a load measuring if people are sitting on it. Then MBUX augmented reality for navigation. This is fantastic. You see the picture of the front camera, and then you have blue arrows in it where you have to drive to. Wonderful. You will never miss a road. Then there is the entry to the car with colored or with lighted Mercedes-Benz letters. Well, on one side it's nonsense. On the other side, you see in quite darkness that there is the entrance where you have to lift your feet. I think it's for elderly people. Yeah, or for the ones with a need to express themselves. Yeah. Then AMG mats in the car. Well, for nothing. Then passenger safety on the outside. I think this contains some features regarding braking, and then there's some navigation ability. Then there is a online manual and service information. Then there is a ability for remote and navigation services where you can call a number and say, please direct me to the next 5-star restaurant. Then smartphone integration, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Then steering on the back axle. That's a feature. Wonderful. It reduces your turning radius. It's incredibly good. Then adaptive dampers at the wheels for different modes where you can have comfort and race and super sport and everything, with lowering the body for high speed cruising, everything. Yeah. Then Mbux Entertainment, I think this integration of Spotify and the like. Then seats in the back, electrically adjustable, including memory functions. We very, very seldom drive with passengers in the car, so this in the back is not necessary. Then transmission for opening of your door at your premise or of your garage for $225. This is quite cheap. I think I paid more for the Tesla. Yeah. Then Distronic, which is an adaptive distance control during cruising. Then Park Assistant, which is active for automatic parking in parking spaces. Then front seats with memory function. Then lane assist, mirrors inside, outside, automatically dimming during the night. Then back sensors for the lane assist. I didn't know that that's really necessary. Active steering assistant for keeping the lane and turning really back. Then intelligent park pilot, but only the ability to. This is that you can direct your car for automatically parking from outside your house into the garage or into the parking lot. But you have to teach it where you drive. Then a lot of different memory and alike, and then the backs of the back seats are foldable window airbags, then pre-safe on the side for impact, side bags, knee bag, pre-safe system, which tries to brake in front of a crash. And then there is a ability for projection of lines on the road. Yeah, I have that in the advanced assistant. Then a flex bottle holder. This is an extra. I don't know why this should be standard. Okay, it got nothing. Digital light, we had that before, I think. How was it called? Digital light. Tax, and here digital light 318. Yeah, so there's a lot of very strange numbering and double features and everything. Then sound, personal sound, where you can give personal sounds to individual drivers. Then a fingerprint sensor for special functions in the Mbux. Then there is a light in the front between both headlights. Then there's an airbag in the middle, comfort armrests in the back. Then there are gimmicks, lighted gimmicks, instrument cluster in German. Wow. Then a hazard calling system. Then some Mbux extended functions. And then a remote and extended charging services premium. This is, I think, the plug and charge for the Ionity chargers. Then there is a hard disk navigation, so that you do not have to always go to the internet, or the system doesn't have to go in the internet for navigation information. Then there's ability for live traffic information, LTE advanced. And then multi-contour seats for driver and passenger. And those are wonderful. One of the best I had those in the CLS 350, which were then always also dynamic, where you had air cushions, and when you turned, sharp turns, the air cushion blew up a little bit and kept you in the right place. It was wonderful. These air cushions are no longer there. I'm sorry about that. Then seat climate, all seats, panoramic roof, projection function over the beams, the front beams, fantastic. Projection function for animation, and pedals for adjusting the recuperation, comfort, headrests in the back with cushions on it, steering wheel heating, head-up display, which is gorgeous. Widescreen cockpit, that's not the hyperscreen, it's widescreen cockpit, whatever that means. Tire pressure, which we have to have, that shouldn't be an extra. Airmatic, which is air suspension, best I've ever had. And then 330 euros for Mercedes-Benz patterns in the front of the car between the beams. 330 euros for nothing. Just little stars. Mercedes-Benz stars. Incredible. Then mirrors, foldable, 360 degrees camera, bird's eye view, extremely good. Park assistant, laser cut patterns, lighted in front of the passenger. Then the ceiling, the car ceiling in black. Then traffic signs assistant, Mbux multimedia system. I think there will be a position for the Burmester sound system, which is excellent. Then digital radio, nobody needs that. Linear radio, who cares about that? Sunshades, active speed limiter. This is important for countries where you have a speed limit, then you can set the speed limit to maximum. Then you can press your pedal, acceleration pedal, and it will stop at that speed. So this is very good for against fining. Burglar warning, climate automatic, thermotronic. Yeah, and then lighting of the surrounding of the car if you stop the car at night. And there you have a Mercedes logo, this star, in a ring at the entrance of the car. That's my car, that's my Mercedes. Rah! Incredible. Heated windshield, very good. Adaptive beam assistant for the headlights. Then a plug, 12 volts plug. It's located a little bit not that good in the footroom of the passenger seat in the front. Sport seating, then emergency vest for the driver, USB packet plus, 6 USB ports, USB-C, wonderful, very good. I tried to have a memory stick and a GoPro charging together, and that was too much for a double. So I changed to a third one, and then everything worked in parallel. So there's a lot of power available for those equipments. Then easy pack mats in the back for not having the people looking into your trunk. This opens automatically if you open the back of the car. And this is so much better than with a Tesla. Console in the middle, black. And where's the last one? Then an MBUX interior assistant. I think this is the ability for the system to recognize if the driver or the passenger tries to interact with the system. So there are cameras in it which see who is interacting with the system. Then AMG styling, again, whatever that means. Digital radio, no. Code. Burmester sound system, very important. Then both charging, AC charger, 11 kilowatts, DC charging, well, they're just cables to the battery. Shaded glass, and I did not want to have that because those dark shaded glass in the back is not necessary where I live. So this is too dark. Then OLED central display. It's very good in terms of colors, but it's not the hyperscreen. So very hands-free access, very good. You can open the trunk by putting your foot below the car, and then the car recognizes the foot and opens the back. Then heated windshield washing. Then extended lighting in the car, active ambient lighting, 590, that's disco. Yeah, I did not want that. Then alarm of the inside, keyless go, which means the car recognizes your key if you're coming. Easy pack trunk, again ambient lighting, and then inductive charging of your mobile phones, one in the front and one in the back. Then multi-function telephone, 590. There you can put your phone inside the middle console, and I think it then transmits everything to the outside so that your phone is fully integrated with the car, and you do not have these transmissions inside the car. I think that's it. Then there's a Type 2 cable for charging the car, then a HEPA filter, and then certificate of conformity, something EU. So price in sum 170,020 euros. Then I got a little discount on it, and then the VAT, and together 135,076 euros and 19 cents. So I'm an engineer and I like technical functions in a car. Form has to follow those functions, and a hyperscreen has a function. But visibility, bigger letters, but a Mercedes star pattern on the dashboard for 300 or outside the front between the headlights has no function, nothing. I don't need that for 300 euros. No. I do not have the powerful AMG converters and the big conductors in the battery pack for the higher amps. The battery has to deliver for the AMG powertrain, but I have a AMG design on the outside and in the inside for a total of 5,500. Does that make sense? Well, perhaps. The aerodynamics might be better, which I do not yet believe. And the inside, it's more appearance than substance. It's all surface. The advantages are more illusion than reality. Some people feel better with these gimmicks, and marketing of Mercedes-Benz spent hundreds of millions to tell people that that's important. Yeah. So, and AMG fans will fight for that. AMG. Yeah. You know the meaning of AMG, the abbreviation? Mr. Aufrecht and Mr. Melcher founded the company AMG in 1967. And the third letter stands for the town they founded the company is Groß Asbach, which is half an hour, 3/4 of an hour drive northeast of Stuttgart. And there the company resided in the beginning. And this 450 Plus on stock was the only available, not in coffin black, but with a color with the high-end assistant packages available, Premium Plus. So I had to wait for that, to go for that, or wait for a year. I spent too much for the interior and exterior for the AMG, for the back seats, electrical and memory back seatings, the big wheels, which only have disadvantages due to, resistance in every matter. They only have advantages if you're going on racetracks. And I do not go on racetracks with this whale. No, I will not. What am I missing most? Well, I looked for the hyperscreen. That would have been nice. But the second screen for the passenger seat, not necessary. I looked for the double glass insulating windows, side windows. But the car is already that quiet that I can't expect that it's even quieter than this. No idea. I can't believe that. The hyperscreen, this was, I think, together with the insulating glass, would be the thing I would like to have. But it was only available on the 580 and the AMG 43. But I wanted to have the longer range, so I had to make that compromise. What do you think about these features which my car has? What are you missing? What you have bought and what did you have left out? Thank you for watching and stay tuned, there's more to come.